Hello and welcome. This is Eagle Eye 621, and today we're going to be talking about X-ray hacking. And this is ways to see through blocks in survival. Now, I will tell you that most servers don't have issues with this kind of stuff. Even things like the Hermitcraft just have people that go into spectator mode for those accounts, like this, and see through the ground in those special accounts in order to find whatever it is that they are looking for. But you, of course, want to check with whatever server you are on to make sure you don't have any issues. Let me show you the blocks you need to do this, and it is pretty straightforward. But let me first just ask you to take a moment to scroll down and hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Now, the items that you need are sitting here in this chest. And the reason that we're going to do this for our example is we have this nice treasure map. It does appear to show that there is a treasure somewhere over there. But before you start digging and destroying the environment, you may want to know whether or not somebody's already come and cleared out that chest. So what you're going to want to bring with you is a composter, a piston, a couple of blocks, and a redstone source. Torch is very easy. A block also works. You can use a lever that you activate. You're also going to want to use a night vision potion, and I will show you why in a moment. And then these are just some other examples of some things I have. So I'll show you how it works, and then I'll show you how to optimize it. So you want to put down your composter. You're going to put down your solid blocks, jump into the composter, which can be the trickiest part, and then you're going to want to put a piston right here, which is one block above you, to push down. So your redstone source goes up one, and then when you put this piston facing down, it will compress you into the composter. And you can see we can now see through the ground. We can see some mobs, we can see some ravines. Can't see anything in that direction, which comes back to one of the optimizations, is that to see through things, you actually need to have a block next to you to do that. So instead of just placing the composter on the ground, you're going to want to dig in one or otherwise surround it with those blocks. Then we can use the block of redstone for this particular example because the redstone source doesn't matter. And we're going to sneak into the composter and put our piston back. And now you can see we have a much better field of view. And we can see something, although we can't quite see what it is, which of course is the next optimization, these potions of night vision, which now make it very clear that there is in fact a treasure chest over there. Some ravines, some caves, some mobs, and that's also one of the reasons you might want to use this. If you're wondering why your mob farm is not optimized, not giving you the rates it should, there are probably mobs trapped somewhere underground that are taking up the mob cap. Something like this will allow you to find out where those mobs are and then go light up that area. Now, you are not trapped if you are in survival mode. So if I switch over to survival mode, you'll see I can still just punch out this piston with no problem and get out. If you're wondering about other things you can use, you may have seen, well, does a cauldron work? Does a trapdoor work? Sticky piston doesn't have any effect. I'll tell you first with regard to the trapdoor is that although the piston compression U does actually do something, the trapdoor does not. So all you can see is the walls. Although the trapdoor does help you better align yourself to fall in if you are having some trouble with that. As far as the cauldron goes, the answer is going to be a disappointing no. Little spoiler there. If you compress yourself, you actually have to hold shift. You can see through the walls, but you can't see through the blocks. So if you want to be able to spy on people, you can try and do this, although it would look pretty conspicuous to have a piston pushing into a cauldron. Your buddies might figure out what's going on. But, use that to your own effect. Now, let me also give a shout out to Doc M77, who I believe was the first person to come up with this. I will have a link in the description to his video if you'd like to go see that. And then let me see what kind of a treasure chest we have. I believe it was here. Perfect. And in fact, this was a good treasure to find, mostly because of this Heart of the Sea. So well worth coming out here, and well worth bringing along our little X-ray hacks in order to get in there and see what's going on. There are a couple of other things you can do in your world if you don't want to do this. One example is getting your world seed, which you can do if you have commands just by typing /seed. And then you can plug that into a brand new world that does have creative mode and use locate commands. If you don't have the seed yourself, you can ask your admin for it. As I said, if you can go into spectator mode or make another account, that is also another way to be able to do and explore without needing this. If you did find this video helpful, I would appreciate a like. If you found it interesting, maybe even tell one of your friends. And for more videos like this, do be sure to subscribe. We'll note that YouTube has given me a join button, which you will find next to that subscribe button. There are a couple of perks if you wish to support me in that way. Thanks for stopping by.